Lights, camera, action, BMEX.
Today we are coming to you from the picturesque Cherry Tree Hill in St. Peter. This is the home of the historic St. Nicholas Abbey. It's a distillery, sugar plantation, home to the steam railway, and this year it is also going to be home to the first ever virtual fashion premiere for BMEX 2021. I'm Gaynell Marshall. We have a lot of ground to cover today because these grounds are gorgeous, and so is the fashion. But first, we're going to have a chance to speak to Executive Director of BMEX, Ms. Sade Boyce. But Sade, first, I want to ask you about this year's theme. Tell us the theme and tell us how you came by this theme.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Well, resilience and growth via adaptation. You know, with everything in life, during this period of COVID, we have to be resilient. We have to adapt to the changes that COVID brought about in order to grow and progress. And therefore, we would have came up with the theme this year for BMEX. It is very important that we build foundation in terms of growth. Manufacturers in particular, they have adapted, whether it is through their procurement processes, advertising, or their general marketing strategy, they had to adapt. And this adaptation would have led to growth in some instances.
So when you look at the overall scope of adaptation, manufacturing has certain nuances that kind of require you to be right hands-on, but it's not always possible. So how did you, as a Manufacturers Association, manage to adapt?
Well, as the leading business support organization for manufacturing, the Barbados Manufacturers Association, we had to be trendsetters. And so we decided that we will have this virtual event to set the trend in terms of how a virtual exhibition is supposed to be rolled out and to allow our manufacturers to build on our initiative, BMEX. So that is how we get here today in terms of BMEX 2021.
Well, let's build a little bit on this virtual event. How did you all envision how this was going to look, especially compared with traditionally where we're alongside the tees and we're cheering on as we see our designers and their designs come down the runway?
Well, it took some research, Gaynell. We know that virtual exhibitions are trending now because of the COVID-19 environment. We have to social distance. There are instances where we had to pursue lockdowns. So virtual exhibitions internationally are trending. But we wanted to do some research. We wanted to do some research to determine how we can engage the public more. We didn't just want to create a virtual event. We wanted to engage the public. And our main aim of engaging the public was to, create a certain level of visibility for the participants.
So how did you now engage the actual designers and the game players in this, and what kind of feedback were they able to give you?
Well, the participants were very, very, very excited. One of the major elements we have of BMEX this year is the cultural component. And for that aspect, we would have partnered with the Division of Culture Prime Minister's Office.
Now, there's no doubt that we are definitely looking forward to a wonderful fashion show, but oftentimes people don't associate fashion with manufacturing. Help us to create that link.
Well, first, let me say that the manufacturing sector and the creative industries, they're symbiotic. Fashion and manufacturing are symbiotic. And therefore, we wanted to highlight this point. Think about it. So we have a designer who conceptualize a design in their head, and that idea can only be actualized by a manufacturer who has to mass produce the product, the outfit, whatever it is that the designer has conceptualized. And we wanted to promote that this year. This is very important in terms of the relationship we're building with the cultural industries.
And if I may just add in, because I recognize that like this, no one has been spared the challenges of the supply chain. And that's how sometimes creativity has to overcome availability of raw materials. Was any of that experience this time around?
Well, the supply chain, because of COVID-19, it is going to be impacted. The levels of supply chain disruption, that is another question. In terms of the fashion show in particular, as we roll out this year, we didn't see much of that. But what we saw the linkages between manufacturing and the cultural industries being promoted a lot. We had, for instance, where some manufacturers have reported, a decrease in sales, especially the food manufacturers, because of events not happening. And therefore, you can see the relationship. That's an example of the relationship.
Right.
So as it pertains to the creative industries in general, outside of the fashion show, we wanted to involve them more in BMEX because of the synergies. For example, when we were rolling out this exhibition, we used a lot of creatives. So from the artists to the dancers to the designers, we encapsulated everyone because of the relationship. And that's how we get to this point.
I know this year you would have incorporated more synergies, especially with the cultural component with the Ministry of Culture. Tell us more about that and why.
Well, this year was declared the year of the creative economies by the United Nations.
Okay.
And therefore, we wanted to highlight the creative industries more in what we do. So BMEX this year is really a whole part of creativity and innovation. And that is what the Year of the Creatives is all about. It's about promoting the cultural industries in a sustainable and inclusive manner.
Speaking of which, this is the opportunity we're going to get to see fashion and dance marry to create something really special. We've got the first of two dance pieces from Sharon Trotman of Dance Stride Studio. Check it out.
Lights, camera, action, BMEX. 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 Lights, camera, action, BMEX.
Still here at the gorgeous St. Nicholas Abbey. This time around, we've changed position, and I've got with me one of the producers of this year's virtual fashion show from JDA. How are you, John Hunt?
I'm good again, Al. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Good.
Well, this is different, isn't it? Beautiful out here. It's breezy.
Yeah.
And not only that, it's going to be very virtual,
Very
this
virtual.
time around. So tell us how you all managed to adapt to the new way of doing things.
But when we got the call that we were going to go fully virtual, we thought it'd be a good opportunity to take the fashion outside of the runway style and see how we can incorporate our country, our nation, take the models and have them use other spaces, really get them a chance to really explore. So we actually took on board. So it was a wonderful experience. We had to shift our programming from the intense, many hands on deck, to maybe just a small crew working with a film director, and having those young people really interact with him, because he is now the lens for the audience.
Yeah, so I noticed that there's been a lot of synergies with the cultural industries as well. So there are other components that may not have been available to us the last times around,
Right.
but they are this time.
Yes, so we are able to incorporate location, which is very important. We're also able to organize around the theme of the various collections, and also this narrative of the designers. They get to speak to their work as well, which is something that would not have happened necessarily in a live show.
Absolutely, because traditional fashion shows, you just say so-and-so, and there they go, and so-and-so. But this time now we get like a behind-the-scenes look at what's going on.
Inside and up close and personal, yes.
Yeah, so before we get into that, can you tell us what some of the challenges were that people might have experienced this year that they were actually able to overcome and come out better for it?
Well, every day, we prayed that it wouldn't rain, but some days it wasn't so good. So we had to work with the weather, and some of those shots had to be redone. And there were other days when we would have done quite a good shot, but it wasn't enough, or we didn't like what we did, so we had to reshoot. So of course that had a cost and also a time logistical element. So we were buttoned up against the deadlines, and there were people screaming in our ears, so get it done, get it done, get it done.
Nothing new.
But our team, between myself and Adzil, who co-produced, between Davey and Cumberbatch and Tanika and Kim Jones and Daniel Johnua, who help out, we call them the head honcho teams, and then with Hugh Williams and our affiliates like Warren Linton, who helps with photography, and Selvin Get Busy Brown, who does the film. Fantastic work. We were able to stay level-headed and get it done. So
and that sounds like an awesome team put
it's
together.
A beautiful team.
You might not ordinarily get to work with all of them at one time to get this production done.
well, we always did, but now the configuration is different.
Yeah.
But what I loved is that we adapted, we stayed in a collective, we included everybody in the thought process, and everybody contributed.
Okay, well, how about we take a look at some of this fashion?
Yeah. This year we had 6 designers come forward. Jamar Odwin, odBo, with his t-shirt collection. We had Rihanna Philips. She's a graduate of the Barbados Community College Portfolio program this year with her collection Auriet designs. We had Kim Bascombe Butcher, who's coming forward with a wonderful accessory cloth belts, Okoye by Kim.
Wear your waist.
Wear your waist, girl. And then we have Rhaj Paul, which is not to be outdone with Ministry of Style.
Right.
A good colleague of mine, Stefanie Taylor, with her Bajan Cherry swimwear, and Shakad with her statement clothing. Very Afrocentric, very modern, very contemporary.
Fantastic. Well, we don't talk fashion, we look at it.
Yes.
So let's take a look.
Up first is Jamar Odwin with his odBo t-shirt collection. Him and his friend Daniel Nicholas, while they were still graduates in the graphic design program at Barbados Community College, started this line of men and women's t-shirt wear, and also other accessories. So they're bold, they're edgy, they're really upfront with their t-shirt line and accessory line. And this year, he's gone back to his classic t-shirts and to show us what he's doing.
Wow.
So we're looking forward to seeing what he has to offer.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Let's see odBo.
Can you feel it? Oh, can you feel it? Sit down, diggy diggy ding a dang a dang dang, diggy 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 ding a dang a dang. Bounce it, bounce it, bounce it. Everybody bounce it. Every L is not a loss. Every L is not a loss. Sometimes it's a lesson. More time than not when you think you're losing out. It does be a blessing. That's the fact. Don't fight yourself too much. friend is now me enemy. And that's a true story. Trust me, that's a blessing. Man, the older that you get, the more you understand. When you left hand doing good, you never expose it to your right hand. When the kettle calling the potter, don't take it as a bite. Cause I want you to know you start to block and run it, 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 run it. Ease it up when you dress back a little. Keep it up like you're on the bicycle. On the track, pedal fast to the middle. Top class is a little fish, a little fish. Never matter at all if you're single. Whether you couple or you double or you triple. Whether you drip, drip, drop it or a drizzle. Vibe out to make a show how you're skillful. From the sunrise to the sunset. From your iPhone to your car set. You better know how high the bar set. On your mark, get ready, get set. From the sunrise to the sunset. From your iPhone to your car set. You better know how high the bar set. Hold tight, set up yourself and go down to the floor. Cause a commotion, take it down low. Get ready to go down to the floor. Cause a commotion, take it down low. Take it right down, down, down. Take it right down. Let me see you go down to the floor. Lay more. Position your starting block and run it, 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 run it. Position your starting block and ease it up and assume the right angle. Wrap your fingers from your ankles. And you can bubble in heels or sandals. Top shelf looking like you're causing a scandal. Nobody can left your cap straddle. Roll and tangle up, shake your rattle. Because you got the dance floor dismantle. You gonna be left in the place in a shamble.
Drinks up, bubble up, pretty ice, pretty cooler. It's summer, summer, straight shorts, double up. We don't need no chaser. It's summer, summer, it's a mood. Everything blessed, yeah, everything cool. Give me that slow wine and the boat move. Bust a dance, feel it good. It's a mood, it's a mood. I love it like an island, like the beach and the sea. Every tree, every waterfall. Nothing can deny that. Life is beautiful, there's so much to be grateful for. When you see bad girl forward, bad girl pull up. Drinks outside so the dogs then pull up. And it's always gonna be like this, like this, like this, like this. So much to be grateful for. It's the little things me adore. So me give thanks more and more. When the blessings then start to pour. Going on life, summer nights, every night like a night. Blinks white sunrise in my eye. Don't worry, I be outside.
So that's what I call living on the edge. That's Jamar Odwin there with odBo Collection.
Yes, and that was filmed at the Turocot Heritage Center. Compliments the Barbados National Trust. Their charter houses was the backdrop for that collection.
Fantastic. Now we have a Rihanna Philips, that is.
Rihanna Philips.
And this time around, she's the graduate.
She's
from
a graduate
the,
of the latest portfolio program at Barbados Community College.
Fantastic.
And her line is Auriet, streetwear design, Asian-inspired gear. And we used the National Stadium as the backdrop, the soon-to-be refurbished National Stadium as the backdrop, because we found that environment really stressed the idea of street with her collection.
Right.
So we're about to see Auriet designs from Rihanna Philips.
Fantastic. Let's take it to the streets.
Hi, my name is Rihanna Philips. I'm 19 years old and I am the owner of Auriet, the brand. My brand Auriet was inspired by my love for K-pop, my love for anime, anything and all things Asian culture, mostly in China, Japan, and South Korea.
Yeah, tell me I was wrong. Tell me I was wrong. Yeah, tell me I was wrong.
This collection, Bangtan, meaning bulletproof in Korean, is a collection made to show the individual who is bulletproof towards the words of what other people say. Because in this day and age, a lot of people have the most words to say about what you wear, how you should wear this, and how this person should dress or that person should dress. And this collection is to show that I can wear whatever I want to wear, and I will look good wearing it, and that your words cannot harm me while wearing these clothes. I want the person wearing this to feel that they are bulletproof towards what everybody else is saying about them.
When I'm in the state, it's hard to control. Tell me I was wrong.
Each garment within the collection is made in a way where you can switch between, you can switch the tops to fit with another pants and to make a whole new outfit of your own. Also, they are unisex, so any male garment can be worn on a female and still look the same and feel the same, while female garments can be worn on the males as well, and it will still look and feel the same.
So I just decided to message you, say this voice note just to show my appreciation for our youth.
Tell me I was wrong. 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 Tell me, yeah.
My brand has not launched yet in terms of selling the garments, but some garments from the collection will be sold soon. And you can follow my Instagram page at auriet.bds, AURIET.bds, to stay tuned, to stay up to date on when I will be dropping everything.
Anytime a designer tells me to wear my waist, I'm listening. I
Okay.
don't have one.
Okay.
I need to wear it. I don't have one, John. Help me.
Yes, and I think that Kim Bascombe Butcher hit the mark. I remember years ago we had a Velda Tyson who found 9 ways to wear a t-shirt dress that she
Yes.
created. Remember that? So Kim has figured out this wonderful accessory that all women can wear to find their waist, right? As you said, and to wear it. Okoye by Kim, and she is a multifaceted, very energetic person, as you know, and she stepped from behind the desk as an administrator and creative to become this creative entrepreneur. And these wonderful accessories that she's going to talk about is the thing for this year, I think. It's the fashion statement for this year.
I am definitely ready to wear my waist, Kim. Knock it out of the park.
Hi, I am Kim from Okoye by Kim. Okoye by Kim is a celebration of all things female, our female silhouettes. This brand started because I saw an opportunity to use all of my skills and talents. I wanted to do more than one thing, and I wanted to be able to give back to our community. So part proceeds from the sale of every belt goes to help another micro entrepreneur. Really and truly, each one help one is at the forefront of what it is that we're doing. So Okoye is about strength and resilience. It's also about marketplace. We want to encourage Barbadians to buy local and support local. Okoye by Kim comes with two collections. We have our Calypso collection and we have our Classic collection. Our Classic collection is a rich hue of Barbadian colors, reds, blues, oranges, browns, greens. And our Calypso collection is that marriage of two textures. So we have batik, we have Ankara, we have all kinds of fabrics that come together to make our Calypso collection. Coming soon is our Fussy collection, all things Bajan again. So our front house belt, we also have comfort, sugar cake, akis, dunks, you name it. We have these belts inspired by all things Barbadian.
Moms are done running on your daughter. It's not me, it is money that she after. Oh, this situation make me smarter. Yeah, she hungry but belly filled with laughter. But she can't run no rings around me no more. Oh, I done. No, she can't play no games in my brain no more. Oh, this time I can. Hey, I have an ex-woman in my life. That can treat me right.
So this is Okoye by Kim, creative director of Okoye by Kim.
We did promise you 2 dance pieces, and this time around we are going to move into one that is set to Edwin Yearwood's resilience with the Nicholas Branker Band's Express Yourself Spooge Medley.
Well, Shaker, I never see nothing like this. Never see nothing like this. No, never witnessed nothing like this. Never witnessed something like this. 2020, probably up, bad. Box with up, bad. It tested me fate, and it shook us like an earthquake. Box me down, bad. Break me heart, bad. We will go fuck myself and pick up the pieces and make it work as is. So if we zoom in, in the bubble we bubbling. Oh yeah, we will make it work as is. So in the backyard we jamming, and we tiffin the walking. Oh yeah, well Shaker, what a year real wicked, what a year real dread. What a time a heart like mine go see raise up the hair on my head. Millions of people dead, millions are underfed, and millions of people homeless without no way to rest their head. 'Cause we are the people, we can't stay down, we cannot stay down for much too long. The word is resilience, yeah. And we are the people, we too strong for that, I'm telling you that, long as blood is we dead, we coming again and again. 2020, grab we up, bad. Beat me up, bad. It tested me fate, and it shook us like an earthquake. Box me down, bad. Break me heart, bad. We will dust up ourselves and pick up the pieces and make it work
Now, John, we're going to head over to the Ministry of Style now. I suppose we're the minister.
Well, Rhaj tends to give off that air, right? So one of the things we like about Rhaj is the way he merges his t-shirt designs with his bespoke tailoring skills. It's clear that he was very much influenced by the late Rojoe Bascombe, who we dedicate this segment to. That influence is very clear in the way that Rhaj Paul talks about and demonstrates his collections. And it was filmed right here at the St. Nicholas Abbey.
Oh.
So look out for it.
This is it.
It's
the Ministry of Style.
The Ministry of Style.
Hi, I'm Rhaj Paul, fashion designer, graphic artist, stylist, talk show host. My work for this collection, particularly, I wanted to, find a way where I could bridge sort of like African-inspired prints, like Ankaras, into streetwear. So basically, I'm trying to merge these two what feels a little polarized ends, traditional African Ankara prints and urban, streetwear. It's all tailored, so it all falls under the tailored, the tailored category for me. It's tailored denims, tailored shorts, and when I say tailored, I mean TLRD. So this is the streetwear collection. I also showcase some tunics, the new tunics that we're doing, the tailored tunics, and some of the new t-shirt graphics. I put a bunch of cool stuff out on my feed, and here comes the ladies on the feed talking about, yo, we need to get some women in your gear, Rhaj. So the same one that said that, I call her up, Amsa, to rock this look. Check it out. The I Heart BIM sweater. I Heart BIM, man. It's about love for home. It's about homegrown. It's about 246 up and forward. And we wanted to do something that had that classic kind of heart back to what we know. I Heart New York, but was us. So I Heart BIM in the mixed colors. That's what this tee is about. And you see the sleeves too. Ministry of Style, Home Nationhood series. That's what this piece is about. Combined with the distressed denim, and then with the white sneaks, the white New Balance from Soul Addiction. That combination, I love that combination. I think that she killed that very nicely. So this look comprises one of my favorite pieces because it's an old school term, brax. That's a Bajanism, you know what I'm saying? When something is hitting hard, when something is slamming, we say brax. So I really wanted to highlight that for the Nationhood piece. If you check the sleeves, you will see the Nationhood Ministry of Style. And I really wanted to bring something that had that Bajan quality about it to the forefront. Again, something that we could really get with on a streetwear level, you know what I'm saying? It's not just like a tourist thing, or it's not just something for visitors and so on, but something that we could relate to and that we could celebrate and feel good about. So quality hood, boom, hit brax. And then the jeans were upcycled jeans. So I make jeans from scratch as well, but this particular one was one that was already made, that was retail, and then I would take it and I would tweak it. I would reshape it, I would add in pieces, I would cut out pieces, I would kind of mix it and take it to another level. So I like that there are kind of sneaky little places where interesting details pop up. And that is what I did with these pair of jeans to go with the hoodie. Check Javon. Javon is stepping out sick with this look, man. I mean, this combination of the tunic with the screen print here, the two different colors, the camo and then the orange, and then the piece in the back with the screen print, the slogan for brand Evolve, Love is how we evolve. All those combine to make a sweet piece, but then the combination with the floral pants, man, the black on the front with the orange and reds and blues popping off, and then the keiki on the back. This combo is heavy. I love this here. Then of course, to bring it all together, we got those Nikes with a kind of camo effect. It's not full camo, but it's got the tones. It's got the 2 greens and a beige or something, and it's a nice way of combining the whole look together and pulling it all together. I think Javon did a great job pulling this off. I mean, check Chris out, man. He's rocking on the inside the new, one of the new graphics for the brand Evolve. That's the band off of the bandana series. I just love that particular piece there. But look at the combination with the jacket, the black jacket, the bomber jacket with the imprinted Evolve logo on the front, and then the honorable on the back. These jeans now are very special to me because it's the dark blue denim mixed with the red stripe, and the inspiration for that, believe it or not, is the Barbados police uniform. Real. I was like, you know what? I love what they have doing. I wonder if I could take a cue from that and bring it into streetwear. Inspiration is everywhere, and I feel like we have nailed that look with that particular jeans. So it combines both the blue and the red, but then you got some floral details in the heel plate, you got some floral details on the yoke. Yeah, so when we put that combination together with those red Puma Romas from Soul Addiction, that was it. That really nailed it down. This look is one of my favorite looks. This look is a dope look. This model, in fact, is a dope dude. This is one of my clients, but I was like, Tara, you need a model for me. So we put together a look that comprised the tunic with this kind of psychedelic pattern, and then some mixed solids in there. Bridge that with the selvage denim jeans with the Ankara prints, and then of course to bring everything together was the sneakers. I got to shout out Soul Addiction for, the big sponsor and the big support, bringing their wonderful, colorful, cool, trendy sneakers to balance back with everything that we're building out. Yeah, this look for me, man. This look, when we combine everything, this look is fire. I love this look. Hakeem is wearing the tailored swims sweater with a small hand details. If you has zero in on it, you will see the little red stitching that's left on it. He's wearing that in combination with, some of the craziest pants in the collection, and that's the abstract black and white with the rose details on the heel plate and on the back yoke. That in combination with a black New Balance with a pretty colorful sole, the purple, orange, yellow. That's the vibe right there. I think that this combination, again, is a pretty, it's a little dressed up, and it's a little bold. You can see this, right? You have to have like a certain, to rock this and pull this off, and I think Hakeem does it very, very well. So this combination, love this. Amson now rocking one of the new graphic tees, the grid tee. We're getting a lot of vibes for this one here. It's the monogram grid tee, the Evolve Art Heart. This in combination with the joggers, the tailored joggers with a screen print on it on the front and on the back. These two combined then with a clean white sneaks, the New Balance. This is a dope look. It's very simple, it's very easy, but this is, anybody could kill this off, I think, and rock this right, and she does justice to this. Thank you, Amsa. So Ravi now is rocking one of the coolest shorts that I've done. We've got these very tapered, very clean shorts in the stretch denim, and some of the details, just the way these details come together, the camouflage and the flamingo print and the orange piping, just sick. Put that together with one of the new prints again. This would be the circle logo with a paisley pattern in it, and then the honorable hood. Yeah, so this combination with the shorts, the hood, the tee, and the sneakers, the BMW Pumas. This combination, I love this combination. Very cool, very laid back, very relaxed. You know, easy for chilling, you know, going out. You know, it's not real dressed up, but it's got enough details that make it interesting and takes it out of the realm of just a boring short pants and t-shirt look.
Before I go touch the road, cherish all of the beauty around. Bow my head to the blessings abound. Pray Jah guide me, keep me strong. As I navigate this planet, full of many tests, like your enemies confounded. And your energies bring the best, nothing less. Secrets inside the sauce. Ingredients are in your thoughts. Confidently project every vision. Living powerful legacies is the mission. Just take the time when you're moving. Be wise, which portals you're choosing. Clear your eyes off all illusions. Seek a higher way, seek a higher way. No. Just take the time when you're moving.
I gotta tell you, man, this look is one of my favorites. You got the florals. When I say the florals, you got the flowers and the tones that are familiar with camouflage, but then you also have some camouflage, some green camouflage mixed in there. It's kind of camouflage. You have a screen print on the back with the Evolve and the gold. I mean, the way that the combinations just mash together is definitely one of my favorite pieces. And this is on a new tunic top. So we got the tailored tunics with all the action, all the mixing of the patterns, and then the screen print on top of that there. And then the jeans, man, these jeans got the tuxedo stripe. They got the mix of the tones with the khaki and the green. It has the camouflage stripe. It has a camouflage across the back. It has the hammer loop, the painted pocket. It's just like so much things going on. Then the heel place, when you turn it up, there's so much action on these jeans. This particular set is one of my favorites. The model had some very, very cool shoes with the Doc Martens, so that was a cool look. And then we style it out, of course, there with a hat and, you know, necklace, and that's definitely one of my favorite looks, man. I love that. Hi guys, thanks for joining me. This is my collection for this season. I had so much fun putting it together, and the models, I think, did a great job, and I think the shooters, everybody behind the scenes, it was dope. New models as well. I think it was very, very, very cool. If you need a piece, just holler at me. It's super easy at Shop Rhaj Paul, SHOPRHAJ PAUL. For the tees, the imprintables. If you want to get something custom made, because I do a lot of that, hit me up at gettailor.com. That's GETTLRD. For the great sneakers to combine your looks with, you gotta hit up Soul Addiction, of course. Shout out to Nancy. Appreciate the sponsor and the connection. It's good stuff, man. Guys, let's celebrate ourselves. 246 Up is a nationhood thing. I Heart BIM thing. It is all about us. Let's put our best foot forward and keep rapping and rocking it hard. Respect.
How stunning the way urban style just married with the rustic nature, especially of St. Nicholas.
And if that wasn't enough, the shoes by Soul Addiction, right?
Okay, then.
You know what I mean?
All right,
complete the look.
That's what I love.
Yes.
Rojoe would be proud.
He would be.
Be so happy. All right. How about we take this to the beach?
You take this to the beach.
Yes.
And we're filming this at Infinity Hotels.
Okay.
So we're looking at the beach. We're introducing Stefanie Taylor. She is a Barbadian by marriage. And when she came to Barbados, she fell in love with Barbados, of course, and she's a surfer. And she wanted to find form-fitting but active wear.
Nice.
So she created this line called Bajan Cherry.
I love it.
Yeah.
If you can't find it, create it. Thank you, Stefanie.
Leon song for the broken hearts.
Hi, I'm Stefanie Taylor, and I am the owner of Bajan Cherry Swimwear.
Ooh, all I can see when I close my eyes, all that I hear in my quiet times.
It's a company that's been around since 2012 with the mission of creating the perfect surf bikini. One that looks good and makes you feel great when you're in the water. Stays put too.
Preach I can put into practice.
The creation of Bajan Cherry really came about because I was trying to create the perfect bikini. I used to work for Roxy in New York City, well, Roxy and Quicksilver, and I got really frustrated because I could never find a bikini bottom that fit. So when I came down here and started surfing more, I kind of pieced together my favorite bikini bottoms and just kind of kept creating and going from there. And then a few years ago, I started the conscious fashion line. So everything other than the very shimmery, mermaidy, and liquid prints are all now created out of the conscious fashion recycled plastic bottle spandex. And it's expanded from bikinis to cropped rash guards to long sleeve whole pieces and to 2 different kinds of whole pieces as well. Our first look today is a beautiful original whole piece. They're removable cups. It has a string in the back that is removable as well to make it a better fit, and it is in silver snake.
Coming back to summer now, and your heart getting colder now. Remember what we had? I know that we will never get it back, but I can't get over. Can't get over. You know I can't get over. I know that we will never get it back, but I can't get over. Can't get over. You know I can't get over. Can't get over. Get over. Yes. Wish I could turn back time. The way I used to make me feel like, you know you got me open wide, and you know you make me feel right. And every time I close my eyes, I remember what you feel like. Together we just feel right, feel right.
Our second look is the Rio bikini. It is in a beautiful emerald green mermaid print, and it has a sliding triangle top, a tie-side bottom with a ruched bum.
And your heart getting colder now. Remember what we had? I know that we will never get it back, but I can't get over. Can't get over. You know I can't get over. I know that we will never get it back, but I can't get over. Can't get over. You know I can't get over. Can't get over. Get over. Get over. Can't get over. You know I can't get over.
Our third look is also the Rio bikini style, and it is in a shimmering black mermaid. Our fourth look is a floral romper that is perfect for dressing up to go out at night, as well as to wear as a beach cover up during the day. The fifth look today is also the Rio style bikini, but the print is really near and dear to my heart because it's from the conscious fashion line. That means it's created out of recycled plastic bottle spandex. The sixth look today is also in the really beautiful silver snake print with the Rio top, and this time paired with a Brandon's wide banded bottom. The 7th shot is a long sleeve Waikiki bikini. It's also from the Conscious Fashion line, which means it's made out of recycled plastic bottle spandex. This is perfect for keeping the sun off of your shoulders and having you use less sunblock when you go to the beach. Our 8th and final shot today is a Biarritz padded top. The padding is actually sewn in, so it's not going to go anywhere when you go swimming. And it's paired with a Rio bottom. It is in the very slick, liquid James Bond style navy blue. I also want to thank my really good friend Renee Alves from Trinidad and Tobago for letting me borrow her beautiful handmade with love creations by Sugar Brat Designs.
I love the innovative use of those textiles. Well done.
Yes.
And Shakad, I noticed, does a similar thing with innovation, just
Right.
using what's around us.
Well, she uses what around us, but she's also very influenced by her mom. Her mom is a
Yes.
textile designer, so she creates fabric with batiks. So you're seeing the merging of her mother's fabrics with Shanika Burnett's sense of style as a modern Afrocentric woman, you know? So what you're seeing in this merge of styles are fashion statements that I believe that any woman of importance would wear, like Sal, the Prime Minister, the university professors, you know, these are fashion statements. And we are filming this across various monuments in Bridgetown.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is like, to us, very much the statement that we should make for this year, you know, given us coming up to becoming a republic and being independent and who are our heroes. This is the one.
And who's our hero in this particular segment dedicated to?
This hero is our wonderful fashion icon, the late Mary Rose. She was very much a lover of fashion from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. She would always come to all our shows, even though she worked at Sherburne. She would always be fashionably dressed, you know.
Looked the part.
Looked the part. And even in death, she was so regal. So we dedicate this segment to her.
I know Mary Rose will be looking down with approval, and we're about to love some Shakad.
My name is Shanika Burnett, and I am the designer for Shakad Eco Lifestyle. For my collection this year, I wanted to experiment with color palettes that I'm not used to, and I wanted to really use subdued palettes and play with the texture and the movement of the fabric to create that wow factor. As we all know, you know, we're going through the pandemic, and I like to create pieces based on my mood, based on the atmosphere. I like my work to tell a story, you know, be a historic representation of what's going on. So for this collection, I used a lot of browns and blacks and some green as well, because I also wanted to show the prospect for rejuvenation. We also experienced the ash fall, so I used a lot of elements of things that would have happened during this year to really inspire the work that I would have put together for this presentation.
Dreams are plans. It's not what you heard. You know the word. So why don't you come out and talk to me? So you can know the real deal.
My first piece was inspired by the ash fall. I was really inspired by just the way outside looked. It was blanketed with the ash, but you could still see remnants of beauty, and I wanted to really show like a kaleidoscope of patterning, but in a monochromatic kind of tone. So that's what I was, you know, like playing around with for my first piece. I was also trying to experiment with symmetry and lines and forms and draping. So I did a lot of that to get these shapes that you would see in the first piece.
And everywhere inside the city is confusion. You just don't understand. You're not around the common man. You don't know our dreams are planned. It's not what you heard. You know the word. So why don't you come out and talk to me? Come out and talk to me. So you can know the real deal. You can know the real deal. I know it's hard to see. It's hard. We're all just ordinary people. Yeah. So come on and talk to me. Come on and talk to me. So you can know the real deal. Yeah. I know it's hard to see. We're all just ordinary people. 'Cause you don't know, 'cause you don't know. You don't know, 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 you don't know. You don't know, 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 you don't know. You don't know, 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 you don't know. You don't know, 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 you don't know. So talk to me, so you can know the real deal. You can know the real deal.
All right, the second piece was a simplified version of a ball gown for me. I wanted something that was playful, young, but still sophisticated and elegant. And once again, I wanted to play with the more subdued colors. As the year progressed, we saw the colors change from that grayish kind of look to a more brown look before the grass and stuff started to grow back. So I wanted to take a kind of literal take on the colors, but still, you know, like present them in an abstract way.
Stand firm like a soldier, the wall on your shoulder, you're feeling like the boat sinking. Burn out, no time to hesitate, got to open the gate, it's time to start thinking. You can be who you wanna be, fly like the birds and the bees. One bad my philosophy, bounce and shock out them a sing.
Don't you know when the stakes are high, you still get low? Hey, don't you know when the chips are down, you still let go? Hey, hey, just lively up yourself, show me you know. Shout out the anthem, oh, just shout out the anthem, oh. Ready?
For this next piece, I wanted to introduce some of the color that I am known for, and I chose green because I wanted it to represent rejuvenation and hope. I played around with the fabric, and I really liked the way the fabric was moving, but I didn't want to do a traditional dress. So I came up with my take on a palazzo pants, and I really love the way it moves and the way she carries it. I think it's very beautiful.
Lock up, we take it and shake it in here and outside in the alley. We here, we so wide awake, we about to get rowdy. So when you're ready to escape, just pop in your mixtape. We rockin' the streets and causing an earthquake. Don't you know when the stakes are high, you still get low? Hey, don't you know when the chips are down, you still let go? Hey, hey, just lively up yourself, show me you know. Shout out the anthem, oh, just shout out the anthem, oh. Ready?
This next piece, I wanted to just capture flowy, elegant, effortless movement. I used navy with a kind of a cream color, and I chose to put it by the Barbados statue because I wanted it to subtly pick up the blue and yellow from in the Independence Square.
Don't you know when the chips are down, you can still
One of the major things that I try to do as a designer is to incorporate the old and the new. So I try to incorporate traditional textiles and techniques with contemporary designs and innovative fashion. So for my next look, I wanted to have a take on a ball gown, on, you know, the Victorian kind of Sunday school kind of dress, but I wanted to bring it to the future, but also incorporate elements of our textiles in it.
Assume the right angle. Wrap your fingers around your ankles. And you can bubble in heels or sandals. Top shelf looking like you're causing a scandal. Nobody can left your cats paddle. Roll and tangle up, shake your rattle. Because you got the dance floor dismantle. You're gonna be left in the place in a shamble. No matter who you vex or upset.
For the entire collection, I wanted to capture the African essence mixed with the Caribbean flair. I think that as Caribbean people, we are a real hybrid people of African and with our colonial past, the European ancestry, and I really wanted to marry the two of those. So for my final piece, this one is inspired by the Stilt Man, and I wanted to show something that captures the royalty of Africa, but it also captures familiar elements which would be within the Stilt Man and in our own cultural concepts. I wanted to use fabrics that would be traditionally European, so I used some silks, and the jewelry in the entire collection was made from coconut fiber. And as an environmentally friendly brand, we always try to use natural fibers and elements of indigenous materials within our work. All of our textiles is 100% natural, and that is also a testament to our care for the environment, because we try to use things that when they degrade, they will go right back into the environment.
Gladiator woman, baby, I'm a champion, march to my anthem. Everywhere we go, she can do it all, man, yeah, she got this, won't settle for less, man, maybe you forgot this, she's royal, better stay loyal. People wanna know, hot till the touch burn like fire, I'ma hold the torch up, I'ma shine brighter.
I want to take this opportunity to thank BMEX and the Fashion Pavilion for giving me the opportunity to take part in this online platform. I'm very excited to see how it is all going to come together, because this is the future. And you can reach me at any of the online social media platforms, Shakad Eco Lifestyle.
So John, that's been 6 designers,
Yes.
6 different fields, looks, I mean, innovation that cannot be topped. And what a show this year.
What a show, yes. So you are getting to see fashion, Barbadian fashion that's ready to wear everywhere. Everywhere.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Speaking of everywhere, we got some places to thank
Yes.
for providing the backdrop, so to speak.
Yeah, so Infinity Hotel, we have St. Nicholas Abbey right here.
Absolutely.
We have the Terracotta space, complements the National Trust. And we would have gone into the botanical gardens, wonderful botanical gardens
That's right.
by the stadium, the National Stadium as well. And places around Bridgetown. I mean, the UNESCO World Heritage Site,
Yeah.
Bridgetown. Those are the places that that offer this year.
I mean, Barbados was on full show.
Full show.
I love it, absolutely. And I want to thank you and your team, because JDA, yes, it's you. Yes, it is
Adzil.
Adzil. It was also
Dabian, Warren.
You know your
Kim.
team.
Yeah, so and Danielle, Hugh. We call them ourselves the head honchos. We're the dream team.
Y'all
So I
did.
really want to thank them for really coming up to the mark And I really want to thank the whole team, all the models, all the coordinators, all the makeup artists who came together to make the show possible.
This is amazing
Yes,
stuff.
amazing stuff.
Thank you so much for taking time with us
Thank
today
you.
in this beautiful environment.
Thank you everybody for watching. If you want to get in touch with the designers, you can just find them on social media. They will be available. All their designs are available for sale.
Absolutely. And now you can join me with the final word alongside the BMA's Executive Director, Sade Boyce. You just witnessed it. The first ever virtual fashion show coming to you from St. Nicholas Abbey for BMEX 2021. Who do we have to thank, Sade?
I want to thank the public, the Board of Management of the Barbados Manufacturers Association, the Prime Minister's Office, creatives, our producers. Thank you.
And Barbados, we want to thank you. You've been so supportive throughout this entire series. Continue to support local manufacturing. Come on down and visit St. Nicholas Abbey as well. It is absolutely gorgeous because we thank them for being our backdrop here today. Manufacturing, local always.
Lights, camera, action, BMEX.
Manufacturing, rally, retool, we hold it, restrain, rebuild, we restructure, we better again. Them can't get me stuck nor team. BMEX is back. To the world and every single neighborhood. BMEX to the world and every single neighborhood.
Lights, camera, action, BMEX.
BMEX is back.
Lights, camera, action, BMEX.
BMEX is back.